We shall discuss Newton's third law of motion. To every action there is always an equal and opposite reaction. That is, the force of action and the reaction are always equal and opposite. These forces act on two different objects and never cancel each other. The meaning of this law is whenever we apply any force on an object, then the object will move in the forward direction, but due to the motion of object in the forward direction, a reaction force is also applied on the other object because of its motion. Now some example we shall take. First, walking. During the walking, when we step up, then we have to press the ground with our leg. As we compress the ground with our leg, this is called an action. As a reaction, the earth also gives us push, and that is why we can step up, which we can step forward. So walking is possible by the third law. Now during the swimming, we must throw the water with our hands in the backward direction, then and only then we can move in forward. And even by the leg, we push the water in the downward direction. That is why the water also pushes us in the upward direction, and that is why we are able to swim in the river or in the pond water. Now third, recoiling of gun. Whenever a bullet is fired from a gun, the bullet moves in the forward direction, it is an action. But as a reaction, the gun will also move in the backward direction. But the acceleration produced in the bullet is much larger than the gun. It means the bullet will move very fast because of its small mass. But the gun will move in the backward direction with a small velocity because its mass is greater. As we have discussed that the acceleration A is actually F upon m, means those objects whose mass is small, the acceleration produced on them is greater. So in case of the bullet, since the mass of bullet is very small in comparison of gun, that is why the acceleration produced in the bullet is much more in comparison of gun. Means the force is applied on the bullet, and which is called an action, and the recoiling of gun in the backward direction means the reaction force. Forces are always equal and opposite, but the acceleration on two objects may be different. It depends on the mass. Actually, the acceleration is inversely proportional to the mass when the force remains constant. So the fourth part is the flying of rocket and jet flame. You know, I think you must know about the rocket. Whenever the rocket ignites its fuel, it rapidly, very fast, the fuel gases burn and move in the backward direction. This is an action. As a reaction, the rocket lifted upward, and even in the jet plane, the fuel burned rapidly and move by the help of exhaust pipe in the backward direction. This is an action, but as a reaction, the jet fuel move in the forward direction with a high speed. The next topic is law of conservation of momentum. I already introduced you about the momentum. What is momentum? Momentum is the product of mass and velocity of an object. Means the mass which is taken in kilogram, velocity which is taken in meter per second. If we take the product of these two, this quantity is called momentum, and its unit is kilogram into meter per second. Now, according to this law of conservation of momentum, when two or more than two bodies interact with each other, or we can say they collide each other. Sometimes they collide face to face, sometimes one collide the other from the back. So whenever two or more objects interact with each other or they collide, then the vector sum of their momenta is the plural word of momentum. Since there are more than two objects, so their momenta before collision and their momenta after collision remain conserved, means equal in amount. But the condition is that provided no external unbalanced forces act on them. Means whenever two objects collide, the sum of their momenta before collision and the sum of their momenta after collision remain constant, provided there is no external unbalanced force act on them. Let us verify the law of conservation of momentum, or we can say we shall derive a mathematical statement for law of conservation. Now consider the situation. Two balls A and B are rolling on a horizontal plane, frictionless plane. The ball A has mass m1, the ball B has mass m2. A is moving with initial velocity u1, B is moving with initial velocity u2. Suppose the speed of A is greater than speed of B. In that case, these two balls will collide at this point. Means A will apply force on B, and obviously the resulting force, reaction force, is also applied by B on A. So this is the position of collision. Now after collision, since A apply force from the back, that is why the ball B will move faster than A. Means after collision they will move with their velocity, suppose v1 and v2, whereas their mass are again constant m1 and m2. Now we shall calculate the momentum of ball A initially. It is the product of mass and its initial velocity, means m1 u1, and the momentum of ball B at this place is m2 u2. After collision, the momentum will change. Momentum of A will change. It's become PA dash, and value of PA dash can be calculated by m1 into v1. Similarly, the momentum of ball B after collision will also different. It will be suppose PB dash, and PB dash can be calculated by m2 v2. Now, when u1 is greater than u2, the collision take place. During the collision, the force applied by A on B, means what force is applied by A on B in the forward direction, it can be calculated by the help of second law of motion. According to second law, the rate of change of momentum directly proportional to the applied unbalanced force, and by the help of that law we have derived the expression for force, that it can be calculated by change in momentum upon time. Since we are calculating the force applied by A on B, so we shall take change in momentum of object A divided by time. Just calculate the change in momentum of object A. Initially it was m1 u1, after collision it become m1 v1. So their difference has to be taken, means m1 v1 minus m1 u1. It is the change of momentum divided by time during the collision, which is t. So FAB is equal to m1 v1 minus m1 u1 upon t. This is the first equation which we have derived from the second law. Now, since the force is also applied by B on A in the backward direction, so this can be also calculated by the help of second law, changing momentum of object B divided by time. What change of momentum take place in object B? Finally, it become m2 v2. Initially, it was m2 u2. So their difference is m2 v2 minus m2 u2 divided by t. Now consider this as a second equation. As we know, force applied by A on B is equal to force applied by B on A, because A applied force on B in the forward direction, B applied force A on the backward direction, and as FAB is equal to minus of FBA. This we have derived in the second law of motion, third law of motion, that force applied by A on B is equal to force applied by B on A, but their sign is opposite. So this is the third law. Now just place the value of FAB from equation number 1 and FBA from equation number 2, we will get this type of expression. This is the left side, m1 v1 minus m1 u1 divided by t, but write the minus sign and place the value of FBA, which is m2 v2 minus m2 u2 upon t. Now since time of collision is common in both of them, so t cancel. You can solve this mathematical equation. Just open the bracket. Since the minus sign is there, so the sign will change. Left side remain as it is, m1 v1 minus m1 u1, but in the right side change the sign. M2 v2 become negative and m2 u2 become positive. After that, transposition has to be done. Means m1 u1, bring the m1 u1 in the left side, it become positive. Bring m2 v2 in the right side, it become negative. Ultimately you will get the expression m1 v1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 u2. This is exactly the sum of the momentum of these two objects after collision. and this is the expression of sum of momentum of these two objects before collision. It means indirectly, mathematically, we have derived that the sum of momentum of these two objects after collision is same as sum of momentum of these two objects before collision. It means during the collision, the total momentum of the system remain conserved provided that there is no external unbalanced force act on them.